and his relationship with Aurelia. What?
Who were they?
Colin Firth moved... his brother was having an affair with his girlfriend, so he moved to France, and he had the Portuguese girl, Aurelia...
Oh, yes. And then he went all the way
him.
to Portugal to get the girl
Yeah,
at
it's
the
Colin
end.
Firth.
Yes.
He
I
plays
didn't
Jamie.
know who he was.
Jamie.
I thought he was Tom Hardy.
It's going to be a running gag, isn't it?
Well, it is with me and Jolly. You know. Well, he looks a bit like Tom Hardy.
What did you think about their relationship? They weren't even able to speak to each other, but they were together for 3 months.
Okay.
They saw each other every day for 3 months.
Yes,
But they couldn't speak to one another.
That's
so what did you
right.
think of that relationship?
Well, there are more than one language, and they clearly had learnt to speak the language of love without actually learning
Portuguese.
Thank you. And English. Or England, you know.
Gosh, we're doing really well tonight.
I got a headache, all right? I'm struggling with this tonight. So, yeah, look, I was very moved by this one. I thought this was quite beautiful. And it's your classic romance, you know, because there's always something to pull the two apart sort of thing. And in this case, they couldn't actually speak to one another.
No.
But they'd learnt and had been close to one another in that they'd learnt what that other person was as a human being.
Yeah.
And they'd grown to love each other.
Look, when you're with someone every day for 3 months...
They both took the effort to learn the other language.
Yes.
Which is...
I like that, but I also like the fact that... Remember when his book, the pages get blown into the lake? And she's dived in to get them, and she goes... In Portuguese,
yes.
Oh, this is really cold. And then he dives in and goes, oh, this is really cold. And she goes, I hope he's made copies. And then Colin Firth goes, I really should make copies. And then he goes, I'll name one of the characters after you. And then in Portuguese, she's going,
yes.
You know, you should really name one of the characters after me or give me 10% of the sales or whatever else she says. And I kind of really like that dialogue.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good. I quite enjoyed that scene, although there was a part of me going... Well, I would have let the pages sink, but that's just me.
But that's not... No, she realises he's there for that, and that's why she loves him.
Yes. Well, she didn't love him at that stage of the game.
Really? Because she's at that day that he was driving her back, he said... Because, same thing about the dialogue. He goes, this is my favourite part of the day, driving you home, because, they're so close. And she says, this is the worst part of my day when you drive me home because I'm leaving you. So that we're already there.
Yes, I was quite moved by these guys. I thought that they did a really good job, and acting-wise, I thought they were one of the strongest. But of course, nobody gets past Emma Thompson.
She is fab.
She is fab.
Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson.
And Alan Rickman. I was getting to the other end of the sentence as well. So yes,
I'm sorry, I'm making my way through the relationships. Bill Nighy and his mate.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. It took a while to get there.
He played Billy Mack. And, who was his... Gosh, I'm doing very badly tonight. His mate. Oh, here we go. Gregor Fisher, who played Joe, his manager.
Yes.
That relationship I thought was awesome.
Friendship is love too.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it was so nice.
Yep.
Because he goes, I realise that what I love is you... I'm trying not to sound sexual.
Bill Nighy is really growing me as an actor, because I went and sat The Boat That Rocks again the other night too.
He's good in that too, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I had to go back to... I was feeling a little bit out of it, and I thought, what can I do to cheer myself up a bit? And I went, I know, and it did the job too.
The director for Love Actually is Richard Curtis, who did The Boat That Rocked.
There you go.
It's the same director.
Can't go anywhere without Bill Nighy, apparently.
Oh,
and he
it
nailed
works.
it.
It works.
Yes, it works.
He plays the old rock star so well, and I just love the relationship he and that Billy Mack and Joe have. It's a lovely inclusion into this film.
And of course, there was a little love affair between the little boy and the girl who could absolutely rock on. She had a terrific voice.
She did.
For one so young, we'll be seeing her again, I think.
Probably. Those films are old. I haven't seen what else she's doing. I'm sure she's doing lots of amazing things. Colin Frissell, played by Chris Marshall. The one who goes, I've got to go over to America. That was a weird...
He's just a fuckhead.
I think that was just the comedy. No, that was just the.
Yeah, it had to be because
Yeah.
he was a fuckhead.
Oh no, it wasn't. But it wasn't. I'm thinking, he's just gone to America, and supposedly American girls are like, "Oh, you're English. What a
Yes.
lovely accent.
Yes,
We must
and-
have sex."
And you know what? All the others are loves of one sort or another. His was not love.
No,
No.
not at all.
He's just a fuckhead. Moving on.
His friend Tony wasn't doing anything, but the connection was
Yes.
Tony was making a movie that John and Janine were the naked doubles for.
That was the weirdest shit.
So
It
Martin
took
Freeman
so long to work
and January
out.
Jones,
So
yeah.
what exactly were they doing? Because it
They
was
were
gorgeous, but
Their relationship was really interesting, but they're naked doubles, obviously.
yeah, why
So-
would you need a naked double?
So that the actor, who's the professional, doesn't have to get naked.
Oh, okay.
So they do the close-up weird
Yeah,
sex scenes,
yeah.
and then the actor comes in and they only have to do headshot stuff. So that's what their roles were.
Okay, that was bizarre. It really, really, really was bizarre. It bordered on the surreal, you know. And they're talking
what was
about the
funny is
weather,
that-
and they're, you know, like, and she's supposedly.
I've never been able to talk to someone like this. As have you, Janine? Oh, you too, John. While they're pretending to have sex for screen, and then he gets excited because he got a little peck, and he's like, ah!
Meanwhile, they've been like banging away, you know.
And then at the end, during the airport scene, is because Tony's there waiting to pick up Colin.
Yes.
And they go, "Hi, Tony," and he goes, "What are you two doing?" And she shows the ring. And he goes, "We just got married. I might be able to have sex now," or whatever he says. Yeah. They've had all these naked scenes together.
Oh, it's hopeless. All right, is that all of it?
Oh yeah, but Rowan Atkinson was in that film too.
Can we talk a little bit about Rowan? Because it was only a cameo role, but every scene that he was in
Was fab.
He's
He's such a funny fellow.
Yes, it's all.
Him and Alan
he
Rickman
just-
were just so funny.
They just drew that out, and it was excruciating.
What's that? Lavender.
And then
Do I want a bloody garden? What's that?
They must
a
have.
cinnamon stick.
They did a good job. They did a very good job.
I love
thought.
how he come at the end too when Sam's running to catch Joanna, and he's like, "Oh, I've got to find my passport," and he's like pulling all these things out so that the boy can go. And he goes, "Oh, actually, I mustn't have been there," and he's just like giving Liam Neeson a look. No, it was, but that's what I mean. I loved how all these stories, like Emma Thompson's character was friends with Liam Neeson, and she was also sister to Hugh Grant's.
Right.
Like, they're all intermingled. I love that.
Can I ask a question? Why did you put this film up?
Well, because it's a traditional Christmas story, movie that people like to watch, and I thought you would love it so much because it would talk about love, and you'd go, oh, and because you're making me watch stuff that you think will make me go, oh, so I thought I'll just do the opposite to you.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've been thoroughly bested here tonight. Okay. Well,
I just want to take a
asked for
moment.
that.
I just want to take a moment. Yes, I am fab. Okay.
So we basically pulled
I'm
out.
sorry. I am fabulous.
We basically both pulled out our best shots for this week because it's Christmas. And I shot off into the pasture somewhere.
I reckon I winged you.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You're flapping away.
Yeah, no, you had me at 30 seconds, honestly. It was shocking. So, yes, I did enjoy the movie. What would you give it as a...
I reckon 8 out of 10.
I don't know if I could quite come at that, and it's not me just being difficult.
No. I reckon you need to watch it again because I reckon your star rating will change between watches with more information.
Possibly, but I can't say we'll be right back. So I've got to make a decision here. And based on what I saw, and I'm pretty sure that I saw what I saw, and I'm getting,
The head shake.
the head shake. But based on what I saw, and I'm going to stick to that for the moment, and I'll put in my
Apologies
disclosure
next week.
Yes, as usual. I'm going to give it a 7 because it made me really cross in some respects. In that particular respect.
In Mark's
particular.
respect.
Yeah, I was ropeable. Absolutely ropeable.
You realise... Okay, don't worry.
Oh, but maybe it's not the films. Oh, well, yeah. They weren't clear about it then. They should take into consideration people who have got facial blindness.
Next time Richard Curtis does a film, I can just see him going, now I've got to think about Paul. Make it really obvious. I'll go from like a black-haired girl to a red-haired girl to a blonde-haired girl, just to make it really obvious.
Well, maybe they should have done that. Because then I wouldn't have been like... But even so, it was still a shit thing to do.
It was one of the stories out of 9.
Yeah, but it really hit right in the jaw on that one. I didn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for Love Actually, 8 stars from me and 7 stars from Paul.
Yes.
Now, Paul, your magic movie moment for this week.
Yes, well, for the magic movie moment this week, what I'm going to do is we'll run with the scene from What Dreams May Come, because I just forgot how good that was. And it was how he was talking about his son at the funeral. The eulogy scene.
For his son.
Yes, so...
That was one of my favourite scenes.
Yes.
Which is funny because a lot of people don't even acknowledge it, but I think it's a very powerful scene.
So, yes, so we're going to run with that, and here we go.
There's a man Ian never got to know. The man he was growing up to be. He's a good-looking, clear-eyed young fella. About 25. I can see him. He's the type of guy that men want to be around. Because he has integrity, you know? He has character. You can't fake that. And he's a guy women want to be around, too. Because there's tenderness in him. Respect. Loyalty. Courage. And women respond to that. Makes him a terrific husband, this guy. I see him as a father. That's where he really shines. See, when he looks in his kid's eyes, that kid knows that his dad really sees him. Sees who he is. And then that child knows that he's an amazing person. He's quite a guy. And I'll never get to meet. I wish I had.
And we're back. How are we, everybody? All.
Did you enjoy that eulogy?
I did. Yes, I'm mopping the tears away as we speak.
I think it's one of the strongest scenes.
It's a very good scene. And
it's just Robin Williams going.
Yeah, he's just such a good actor. I love him.
So the Christmas film that Paul put up is Saviour, which was done in 1998.
That's right. Could I have a synopsis, please?
Zaspij mi, zaspij detence, zaspij mi czego mamino.
After military specialist Joshua Rose shoots up a mosque in Paris after the death of his wife and son in a terrorist bombing, he enlists in the Foreign Legion. He becomes an anonymous mercenary in Bosnia, fighting with the Serbs. His resolve is tested as he witnesses the cruelty and horror of ethnic cleansing and the treatment of Vera, a young Serbian woman, heavily pregnant and a prisoner of war.
Now, I'm just going to remind you that we've got people in the Balkans who listen to this. So we are going to try and be as delicate as we possibly can, because I'm sure...
Diplomatic?
I don't know if I can go necessarily diplomatic. That's always a stretch for me. but I'll try. Okay, so if we say something wrong.